So how do you succeed? You don't try to eat the elephant all at once. You start with some very simple goals. Don't overreach. Choose your partners well, because you're going to need external partners. I always had them. I still have them. And then you've got to learn to adopt and grow through the pain, because there will be pain. So plan your objectives and don't overreach. Start with simple cross-sells. Okay, thinking about member relationships, and then create financial goals. So what do you want analytics to do for you in terms of boosting your income? What will be a good return on investment? Is it 5% growth in income above your run rate? Is it 10% growth in deposits? Is it 15% growth in assets over time? What do you want it to do for you? Set clear goals, okay? And then you're going to have to understand process and cultural changes. So in that example that I gave of the mortgage company, where we're looking at the whole application and underwriting process, there are going to be some changes there to those processes. And those employees are going to have to, over time, absorb those changes. And so the leadership has to hold them accountable, but be understanding at the same time and supportive. Choose your partners. This is very important because you need partners. When I managed analytics in my banking career, I had generally small teams of people, but my strategic partners, my vendors, I considered them part of my team. And I interviewed them and hired them the same way I was going to hire team members. And they had expertise that I couldn't hire internally. It was too expensive. Expertise like statistical modeling, what's called geographic information systems, direct marketing, and on and on. That kind of expertise that's just too expensive to bring internally. And I say this somewhat tongue-in-cheek. Do they even know what loans and deposits are? See, some of these partners are just software companies, and they're selling to all kinds of different industries, and they don't necessarily know the financial services industry very well. And so they can bring you good technology, really good technology, but can they give you the support to use it strategically and effectively to serve your members well? And are they a good fit with your culture? Are they accessible? Can they help you at a moment's notice? Adopting and growing. So I say here, create goals around member profit groups. And I like to start with profit groups. Now, Doug Fecker, he started with member financial health, and that's okay. But what I would suggest to him is that first look at profit groups, because you've got to keep your most profitable members happy, because those profits then enable you to support and subsidize, so to speak, and serve well the less profitable members. You've got to do that. So to me, those profit groups come first. Then we can start dissecting into financial health. So you might look at a cross tab that across the, if you're thinking about an Excel spreadsheet, down the side here might be profit groups. And across the top, you have a matrix that looks at the financial health, thriving, coping, vulnerable. And you find out how many you've got in each segment, and you start studying them and make decisions. So there's something called appended data. And what that lets you do is you can have a company like Axiom, which is in Little Rock, and they take data that they have in their database on people, mostly census data, but also all kinds of very rich data, number of children, presence of children, commuting time, all kinds of great data, financial health data, and they append it, they intersect it, they attach it to your members, and it gives you greater insights. So that's something that is very helpful. And then it helps you plan your budget. So once you have, because you're in budgeting season right now, in strategic planning, once you know profitability, who buys what products, and who you should be targeting, and how you should reach them, and how you should be messaging to them, then you can plan your budget around what your expectations are in terms of new member and new account acquisition.